kids, eh?
Hi, I'm Laura Rickner. We're here today for the special screening of Legacy at the NBC Universal building.
I'm so excited. A lot of friends of mine are involved in this. I've been really looking forward to it. It's just the kind of thing that I like. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
What attracted you to Legacy, the script and the character?
Just how much of a fun, feel-good movie this is. And it kind of portrays young people in a really positive light, and I think that's important.
So the script of Legacy it's a really, really fun film. It's like a real easy comedy. It's just a really fun film. The characters are great, and I guess the thing that attracted me to my character is she's very free-spirited and quite like me. So that's what attracted me to it.
I actually came from the open auditions. Legacy opened its casting process up to a nationwide search, and I'm really glad they did, because obviously I wouldn't be involved if they hadn't. But the script I absolutely loved, and I thought it was very funny. That's what attracted me to the script the most. I was laughing out loud whilst reading through it.
I think what attracted me most was just the feel-good nature of the character. You know, he's not the type of character that thinks too hard or acts, you know, brashly or anything. He's the type of character that sort of, if it feels good, he goes with it. And he enjoys it. And, you know, he's just got a very good heart. So it really, you know, I like to think like myself. But no, he's a very nice guy. So that's why I thought this is my character, really.
I just love the character. I play Diamond, who's a stripper. So I thought it would be fun to get my kit off.
And is this the first thing you've done of that kind?
Yes, this is my first feature. So yeah, really exciting.
We've had a meeting with Universal. They were looking really to do a British party film, like in the vein of, I guess, Project X and Spring Breakers. And so he came to me and said, you know, do you think you guys can sort of do this in the UK? And we said, yeah, we'll try. You know, and so and I thought it would be fun to relive. I think from myself and Mark Small, who's the co-writer, co-director. I think what we really wanted to embody was really something a little bit of new with John Hughes, old school, feel-good teen films.
Are there any standout moments on the set that you really enjoyed? Or?
I mean, filming all of the party scenes was so much fun. We had an absolute blast doing that. It's always fun when you get to pretend to party. So yeah.
For me, it was the pole dancing. That was my fave moment.
It was the most fun I've ever had on set, actually. You know, just the people and the directors and Noel and everyone being on set all the time. It was absolutely fantastic to work with them all, and you know, I really want to have the blessing of working with them again, really. So hopefully that happens, you know.
I think my most memorable moment has to be the final couple of days of filming. We were filming a big party scene, and we just literally had a party for 3 days, and amazing DJs came in, STOOSHE came in, and it was just like having a party. You didn't feel like we were filming or working at all, so it was great.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone was very full of energy as well. Like, it was all very high energy all the way through, especially seeing as it was a 3-week shoot. So the whole thing had to be very fast-paced. Yeah, really fast.
Yeah, 3-week shoot. Was it very intense then?
It was, but you kind of have to talk to my co-stars a bit more than that, because obviously with it being my first film, it's all I really know. So I don't really have anything to compare it to. Yeah, getting up at 5 some days, yeah, and late finishes, yeah, but I loved the whole thing. So when you're doing something that you love for work, it doesn't really feel like work, so you kind of enjoy doing it.
They did like, what, a year and a half ago, or about a year ago, and they asked us, we knew somebody who was working with the guys in Legacy, and they asked us if we could write a song, a bit of a party dance track, and we'd never done that before, so it was kind of fun and different for us. So yeah. Yeah.
How was it working with a band, like musicians, STOOSHE?
Well, they were fantastic. I mean, the people that came down, I mean, you know, in fairness, you know, these people that came and actually lent themselves to the film. I mean, we've got Noel to thank for that, because obviously his name really did add a lot of weight to the film, and without that, we wouldn't have got them. It was that simple. We just wouldn't have got these people. So, you know, so people at STOOSHE coming on board, Becky, I think Little Mama, and who was in there, and she's kind of, you see her in the credits, you know, Charlie, the Kiss FM guys. They're all down because of Noel, and we wouldn't have got them without him. And so, you know, so my hats to Noel, because as I said, his name carries some clout, and that really did help us, because everyone pretty much gave the time for free. And so that's important, because that adds so much value. We wouldn't have been able to afford them. So, yeah, so it's fantastic that they did. And they were great. They came in, shot it out, got out of the way, and we carried on with the party.
How's STOOSHE?
They're awesome. They're awesome.
A good time?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I write to music constantly anyway, but the musical came afterwards. So it is a great. Music for me within film is an emotional drive, and so that kind of. So it's really important, you know.
You write scripts to music.
I do, but to be honest, it really does depend on the format. But this particular one, yes, I had a particular album that I was writing this film to that sort of embodied a lot of it. And there was a lot of Labyrinth and Jason Derulo in there that I was listening to while sort of doing it, because they just kind of had the right sort of feel, the right beats and uplifting feel. And that's what I really wanted to sort of portray in the film, something that was uplifting.
What would you like your legacy to be as an actor? What would you like to branch out?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to be remembered for giving good performances. But really and truly, the legacy I want to leave behind is just be remembered as being a cool guy. I just want to be a good person, and that's about it really. The other stuff is kind of, it doesn't really matter. I feel as long as you're a good person, treat everyone properly, all the rest is just whatever.
What would I like my legacy to be? I would like my legacy to be that everyone should love everyone and have a lovely heart. Really? That's all I can think of.
Career-wise, just somebody who had fun with it, didn't take it too seriously. Obviously keep it very professional, but not afraid to get my hands dirty. That sounds a bit odd, but no, just always have fun. Yeah, I just like to be remembered as somebody who was nice to people, who was professional, and who had a laugh.
Oh yeah, I'd love it to be versatile. Yeah, I'd love to have something like Julianne Moore, where she did Still Alice recently, and she did Maps to the Stars recently, and just the difference between her performance and those. I'd love to have a body of work that just shows versatility throughout it. Yeah,
and theatre.
Yeah, I would like to get into theatre. Yeah, I've not done any professionally, but it's also something I'm interested in, yeah.
Do you know, I've always been quite typecast. A lot of actors say they don't really like that, but I've been very fortunate with my roles. I've always absolutely loved the roles that I've played. I've been very lucky to play the roles I've played. And yeah, no, it'd be really lovely to do something completely different. But the great thing is I'm still young, I'm still really hungry for it. You know, I'm sure those roles will come along. So it's always exciting. You never know what's around the corner in this industry.
And the characters, are they based on anybody? Or just
I mean,
people that you've met out?
Yeah, I would say actually Dani is actually based on a real character, a young lady in Ireland, a young actress that I met in Ireland actually, that I found quite an inspirational person, who is called Danielle Robinson, and so yeah, so her character was actually based on someone, whereas other characters, like so for example Cam is named after Mark's nephew. And PJ is after one of my friend's sons, so which is Patrick Jr. And then the other people, I think Ben came from Fantastic Four, and Sean happened to be named after a friend of mine who had testicular cancer at the time, was going through that, and so I kind of wanted to immortalise his name in cinema, so I named the lead character Sean.
If they made a Legacy 2, would you like to be in it?
Oh, God, yeah. I'll be waiting by the phone.
And you're bringing out a number 2. Would you consider taking it abroad for the same kind of theme?
I would love to take it abroad. I think that's the only. I think if there was a number 2, the only place you could do it would be abroad. I'm sure that the guys would probably want their own thing. I'd kind of like sort of Barcelona, something like that, something sunny, something hot, somewhere you could tear it out.
No one has mentioned that to me at all, so I'm sure I'd consider it, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think they were talking about taking it to Ibiza.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, it's not really in my position to say. I mean, ideally, yes, because I want to recreate the fun that I had the first time round, if that's even possible. But, you know, I mean, Davie and Mark, the guys that wrote it, are absolutely fantastic. They're just brimming full of ideas, fantastic ideas. And Noel, who produced it, is obviously a genius when it comes to releasing these types of films. So we'll have to see, really.
Maybe to Ibiza.
You never know, really. Yeah, definitely a market for it.
Would you consider making a full-on musical?
Yes, absolutely. Myself and Mark both actually want to write a musical film. We both have musical backgrounds. Myself as a musician, as a singer, we both actually met in a West End musical, and so just over a decade ago, and that's where we sort of teamed up, and I was playing the lead in some West End musical, and so yeah, we absolutely would.
Oh,
stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, art stuff. Yeah, and a producer called Expo and Doofus. Just exploring something really different, and we was like, we'll give it a go. Yeah.
Is this the first time you've worked on a film? Or?
We had one of our songs played from like American Pie, but that was we didn't have any promo involvement or anything like that, so it's nice to be involved, meeting everybody and stuff like that. Yeah.
And do you think you'll be working in similar genres or changing it up next? I'm
definitely changing it up next. My next project is an art house film, so yeah, it's very dark, so it has nothing to do with the same type of genre or film. And so yeah, my next one's called Lucid, and but it is an independent art house project.
I'd love to do a bit of everything really. So I'd love to make a career that delves into a bit of everything. So whatever comes my way really, I'd love to try a bit of brilliant.
It's going so well. I've been so incredibly lucky in the last kind of 6 months. I've just done the Dad's Army movie with literally my biggest heroes of all time, biggest acting heroes. So that'll be out in February. So yeah, I've just kind of been doing that really. I've had a really fun year so far.
I'm currently working in like period genres, which I really, really enjoy doing. But I just love everything really. It's great to do a variation of things.
I've covered quite a few genres. I've done comedy and I've done the more serious stuff. I mean, I enjoy them all really. I mean, comedy I think seems to be the one that I'm most attracted to most of the time. But I'm not the type of person to turn down a film because I have to cry, or I'm not the type of person to accept a role because I have to cry. It's just one of those things that it comes as it goes. So, Flynn.
I like to kind of be versatile and do all sorts of things, drama, whether it's comedy, whether it's action. I've got an action TV show, a superhero show that I'm about to start filming. Called DC Legends of Tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that.
Horror.
Really?
Horror genre. Bit of horror, yeah.
Would you like to be the psycho or would you like to be the victim?
Oh, definitely the victim. Yeah.
You do like it?
I do, don't I? Oh, please leave me alone.
I'm a horror girl. I like a horror. I like a really kind of classic horror. Psycho, all kind of classic horrors like that. The Exorcist, that makes me sound really odd. But no, I'm as well as the romance, I am a sucker for romance too, but I do like a good, cheesy, classic horror.
I'm going to chuck a random one in there. American sitcoms. If you could pick one, what would you like to be in if you could?
I still watch Friends when I'm sitting around on the sofa in my pyjamas. I still get Friends on all the time. I mean, it's repeated all the time. I would say definitely Friends. It's an all-time classic.
Voiceover work? Are you interested in voiceover work as well?
Yeah, well, I've actually done a few voiceovers. I actually did a few L'Oreal commercials last year. Yeah, so voiceovers definitely. I'm definitely into voiceover. I've got a really great agent. I'm with a London Voice Boutique who get me some really cool stuff. So yeah, I think at the moment I'm kind of waiting to hear back on a few voiceovers anyway.
And you mentioned wine earlier, red or white?
Pardon?
Red, white or rosé?
Oh, it completely depends. Rosé, mostly rosé, a dry one.
I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much.
It's a lifestyle.
What is your name?
I'm Buck.
Roland Burke. Oh yes you are.